A lot of you that started businesses probably started in an office about the same size as this. Well, the owner of this office became a millionaire at 14 years old, and he's now one of the biggest car dealers in the UK. And his name is Tom Hartley. And today I'm going to be walking around the Hartley estate with his son, Carl, who's a friend of mine and knows a little bit about cars. Well, we'll see. So they've got 50 acres over there. They've got the lake we can park a car on. They've got a helipad. They've got a showroom there. They've got a showroom there. This is where Tom lives. This really does take working from home to a different level. Let's go and meet Carl and have a look at this incredible site. I've never been here.
That's terrible.
I've known Carl how many years?
I've run out of paper sending you invites.
He invites me to all the events he does here, and the events that are here are crazy. Right, so we're gonna have a look around today. There's 3 floors here. There's some other cars over there, but we're gonna start on this floor where it's the creme de la creme. There's some special cars here. I can see an SF90, I can see a Senna, I can see a Porsche 918 over there, I can see Speciales, we can see a Pagani Wire in the corner.
Ford GT, 800,000. 2022, this is quite a late car.
Yep.
And this is UK supplied. Not many UK supplied cars compared to the vast amount that were made worldwide. Great looking car, great driving car. What I don't like about this is I'm a really shallow person and I can't be driving a V6. This is a V6 EcoBoost.
Is it classed as a hypercar?
Yeah.
So this is definitely a hypercar.
I think it's classed as like a Senna's classed. So is a Senna classed as a hypercar?
I would think the Senna is a hypercar.
This V6 EcoBoost, just for me, it doesn't
do it. I know they do sound great though, don't they?
SF90, love this car. One of the best cars on the road, value for money. This is sub 300 grand. It's done 1,000 miles. It would have cost 500 new.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of car for the money.
Weren't you sick of looking at the back of the SF90 though in your Revolto? The back of the SF90 though in your Revolto.
I know, it is fast. It looks nice, but practicality?
Practicality, you can use it every day. You just can't go away for the night. You have no luggage space.
I don't even know where to look. Like literally, I'm looking around thinking, okay, so we've got the SF90. Obviously, we know they lose money. We've got a Senna here.
800,000.
I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the colour.
This colour is an MSO colour called Atlantic Blue. What's special about this car is chassis 000.
How's that possible?
It was the CEO's personal car.
Okay.
So if you ever look round here, Yanni, see the chassis number?
Oh, wow, okay. That's quite cool.
And this car sits right in the middle of between a prototype and you know, a normal road car. So that's why it's got the blue carbon and the MSO blue car. It's got loads of MSO options. It was quite a bespoke spec car. These are a good investment at the minute. So you know me, I'm always thinking financially.
Yeah.
At the minute, they're on the way up.
But let's just keep going, let's keep going.
So this is a 599 GTO, 650,000. Collectible Ferrari, one of 599 cars worldwide. One of 40 right-hand drive UK cars. Finished in a lovely Rosso Fuoco, which is a 3-layer, 23 grand option paint.
Wow. Okay, we've wrapped a few of these and they are a special car.
Oh.
They are really, really special. And yes, I love Lambo, but some of the Ferraris, they do drive really, really nice. Should we go? I don't know where to go. Let's go over here. Let's go over here.
Ferrari 812 Competizione, 1.1 million.
I think the front, the way you got the bonnet, the way that comes around. Are you a Lambo man or a Ferrari man?
I think I'm a Ferrari man, but I just tend to gravitate more to Ferrari than I do Lamborghini.
You can have one Ferrari, you can have one Lambo.
Yeah.
What's the Ferrari?
I'm going to SP3 Daytona.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, it's not a car like that. Like, I don't believe there is a car like that anywhere in the world.
Okay, Lambo.
Lamborghini Diablo Roadster.
Okay, so we're going back.
Yeah.
Right, let's go over to the Pagani. This was your car,
Yeah.
So you bought it back now?
Bought it back. So I sold it 2 years ago, 3 million. I owned it for 4 years, 5,000 miles in it. This is a very, very, very special example. One of 4 UK cars, chassis 007. I went for dinner with Horatio Pagani and he signed the car for me. Never been outside the UK, low ownership.
It's a work of art.
I'll tell you what I've got to do on this for the camera.
Go on.
I've got to open it up.
Oh, I know, it looks, it's Transformer. Look at that. You just don't want to drive it, you don't want to touch it. It's that.
I've done 5,000 miles in it.
It's that amazing. They say you're everyone's favourite car dealer. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Is that you or your dad?
That's me. My dad's a deal maker.
Your dad's the deal maker. Oh, your dad's the deal maker. And he always wears his hat.
Yeah.
How old's your old man?
He's 65. I came in the business when I was 11.
So you didn't go to secondary school?
No. My dad didn't go to school. And he lectures at schools. The Loughborough University
Yeah.
have their business award of the year to the student who studies business and does the best. Their award is called the Tom Hartley Award.
That's crazy.
Because he goes to school and tells people not to go to school.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
You're wasting your time here. Get out. And the teachers are like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
right, we'll leave that work of art over there. Let's head over here.
Porsche 918 Spider, 1.25 million.
The Porsche 918, I still think it looks amazing, even though it's aged now. What's this, 2015? 2015. This is a 10-year-old car.
16.
10-year-old. It still does look...
Oh, it looks very relevant.
It's hybrid. This was OG hybrid, wasn't it? Early days of hybrid.
This P1 LaFerrari with the 3 first hybrid hypercars.
The Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity.
This, to me, is an absolute weapon. I know Tommy wants a Porsche 918. I know Mark McCann just bought a P1 from you out of Harrods. If you didn't know, they were in Harrods, which is special. No one's ever done it.
No, and Harrods approached us to do it.
Yeah.
They wanted to collaborate with somebody in this business because it's the only thing in Harrods that you can't buy.
Yeah.
And we're still in collaboration with them. Their personal shopping department is still actively selling our cars.
Okay.
You can go to their personal shopping, you can buy one of our cars through them. And we will be returning back in stores soon.
And you sold Mark McCann's there, which was 1.2 million, his P1.
Yes.
Is that one of the most expensive things ever in Harrods? Or have they got things that are more expensive than 1.2 million?
Single items, yes, it's one of the most expensive things. But I got quite close with a few of the personal shoppers and they gave me a bit of a lowdown on like a day's spend for somebody who just goes shopping and it's nowhere near what they spend.
Really?
Nowhere near what they spend. Probably a tenth of what has been spent most in a day.
Really?
But it's one of the most expensive items that ever been
Single
bought.
items.
First used item ever sold in Harrods.
Of course, yeah. It's used, isn't it?
Harrods don't sell used things.
Yeah, everything's brand new.
Everything's brand new.
Was that a proper pinch yourself moment?
It was after, not during.
Yeah.
It was after. My wife kept saying, "This is unbelievable, you know. Like this, it's unbelievable. You're here. Look where you are." And I'm like, "Yeah. I need to do some work.
Yeah.
You know, I need to make this work." And then afterwards, obviously, people come up to you afterwards and they congratulate because it was only a pop-up for a month.
Yeah.
And we'll have a pop-up again for another month. And they come and congratulations on that. And it's like yourself telling me how great it was. It's now like that was
Yeah.
cool. You know?
What we got? SLS, what's this? Black
This
Series?
this is an SLS GT3, pure track car. Never been raced.
It's a race car that's never been raced.
Correct.
What's
No.
this worth? Make me laugh.
700. SLS Black Series.
Yeah.
And now getting up to thick end of £1 million. SLS coupes in general, a good one doesn't start with a 1 anymore.
Got one outside, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good one doesn't start with a 1 anymore, it starts with a 2.
Yeah.
Some start with a 3. So in hindsight, if someone was a collector, which the guy who I bought this from was, if they're a collector, if they want every variant of an SLS, this is the cherry on the cake. Because there's only 25 in the world. Some have been raced. If they've been raced, they've been crashed.
When you have money in your bank that is just zeros, you don't actually look at how much money it is. You'll buy stuff and you just park it. And it's just to be like, I've got it.
You look at it, is it better than money in the bank? I don't know.
I said it before. No one wants money in the bank anymore. I love this. This here, I love this.
Pista Spider, 400,000.
I had a 488 Spider with the full Novitec
The blue
kit on
one.
it. The left-hand drive that I bought from
blue
Josh
one.
Carr too.
Yeah.
And the only reason I bought it is because I wanted a Spider and they weren't out.
No.
And he was the only one that had one. He had the kit on it and it was fast and everything else. And that car, I lost stolen it and I sent it to Monaco. I sold it to a guy in Monaco. It's so nice.
So it's Bianco Italia, which is a triple layer paint. Blue painted stripe, blue interior, white stripe, blue wheels, blue calipers.
It's a great car. This would be a great tour car. Right, so we've got one car left.
Ferrari Pista Pilote, 400,000. Pilote meaning pilot in Italian. So all the decals painted. This car came in 3 colours, red, black and silver.
Guys, you might be seeing me do this every time I go to a car, yeah? I like to see how smooth they are. Yeah, obviously I'm not damaging the car, it's the back of my fingers. In this room,
Yep.
how much do you think the cars are worth?
10 million.
Chopping peas.
I want to show you where it all started. But I want to take you into my dad's original office. This office created the brand. A lot of money's worth of deals done in this office. Wow. I used to come home from school and I used to have a little chair here and I'd be 6, 7 years old and every day from school I'd come into this office. These are all my toy cars that I used to play with. It's like a time warp for me coming back in here. And I used to sit and I just watch my dad do business. He used to tell me about cars, tell me about the value of cars, tell me what he'd sold, tell me what he'd bought. Sometimes I'd answer the phone, I'd be 8. Good morning, Tom Hartley, you know. And check out this, Jan, you'll like this. So this is one of my dad's old, this is from 1970.
The Observer.
This is from 1979, but we have the Financial Times, the Sunday Times, but this is just one I've just picked up. So this was, at the time, my dad was Tom Hartley Jr., because my granddad was Tom Hartley.
Yeah.
And these are the cars that he had for sale. If you have a look, like a 450 SLC Mercedes, 27 grand, 20 grand. Range Rovers, 79T, Sahara Dust, 2-door Range Rovers.
3rd of June 1979.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And you know what? You look on this, and all of these people are gone. There's only this company still standing.
So we've left the main floor and we've come downstairs.
Yep.
We've still got another floor on the top floor, which we're gonna go to afterwards.
Yep.
Porsche Targa, I had one of these, I just sold it.
It's good, 70 grand.
Yeah, I never enjoyed it enough. I didn't enjoy it with the roof down. I had so many cars.
I don't enjoy Porsche. This is a Ferrari 430 Scuderia. So this is the lightweight version of the 430. This is a great car, low numbers, 165 grand.
One of my favourites, 458.
When we now get to this level of car that we have,
Yeah.
I'm really picky. I don't just buy any 458
Okay.
or any 430.
Yeah.
They've got to have the right criteria in order for me to want to house it, stock it here and put our name to it. So, you know, a 7-owner, 30,000 mile 458 isn't for me.
Okay.
So this has done 7,000 miles. It's 2 owners. It's full Ferrari history.
Proper car.
It's a proper car.
And when you're looking at the paintwork, it does look. And red ages really badly
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
sun
with
and
the
stuff
sun,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So this actually does look really, really. What's that worth?
150?
People think you buy new cars, you lose money. You do on certain cars.
Correct.
Unless you get in at the right price or the right time period. Like I try and get my cars early. But on the older cars, if you buy them right, they're not dropping, are they?
If you buy a 7,000 mile red with cream low owner car, then no. If you buy a 40,000 mile 7 owner, been serviced at Joe's Autos because it was 200 quid instead of 1,000 quid at Ferrari, then yes, you will lose money in that car. It's all about buying as good as you can or as best value as you can. This is a normal F430, once again, 6,000 miles from new. And this car's a 2008.
When you look at them, you can obviously see.
The shape's not changed.
So obviously if you look here, you've got 2 brake lights either side and you've got single that side.
So once again, this car is nearly 17 years old. 6,000 mile, full Ferrari service history, red with cream. These are the cars that I pay more for than anybody else, because these are the cars that I can sell for more.
430 Spider. This was my exact spec on my 360 black with crema, and it was lovely. And mine was F1 as well.
I sold the same car as this to Bav.
Did you?
Yeah,
years ago.
In 2009 or 10.
I like the Ferrari these days, this generation, and they didn't make loads and loads of cars back then. I think that's where some manufacturers have gone wrong. They've made loads and loads of cars. Everything's a limited edition, but to me, a thousand limited edition is not 1,000 limited edition.
No.
63 cars, 100 cars. Anything below 100 is limited edition.
Yeah.
Anything above that.
Anything below 500 is limited edition.
Okay, so like the SVs.
Yeah. So this, once again, you could look at the example this is. This has done 1,100 miles. 2006.
Even like you can see the leather. The leather hasn't really got any creases or anything on it. You've got all the paperwork there. Or you've got to have a handy fire extinguisher. You know.
Yeah, you never know.
It's not McLaren. Vanquish S.
This is the big boy Aston. 2005, you're cruising around in a Vanquish S. Number one, you've just set fire to 150 grand. And number two, you don't care because you are the daddy.
And Aston Martin is very James Bond.
This was in the movie.
This is very, very James Bond. How much is this?
Oh, it's not very much, 100,000.
Not very much.
Yeah, but 100,000 for a 300,000 pound car, that's done 11,000 miles.
That's a Roma Spider. You'd have seen me, I was driving one in Dubai. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Roma Spider. I think this looks quite nice with the spec, the black with the yellow.
A Roma Spider suits a different clientele. I think it's something that if I didn't have 3 kids, I'd buy my wife.
The car behind me. Now, people say I've got bad taste. If we were on Instagram now, someone would be in worse spec with this one. So this is a Ferrari California in white, with red, with blue, with gold. Now you lot say I spec my cars bad, or I don't know what I'm doing. What is this, Cole?
Okay, so let me try and show you how good of a salesman I am with this one.
I won't be buying it. It doesn't matter how good a salesman you are.
Okay, so to celebrate 70 years of Ferrari, Ferrari made 70 models of their current cars in the spec of famous classic race cars that were once raced in Le Mans. This was an iconic version of a Ferrari 250 short wheelbase that raced in Le Mans. So what they've done is they've created the same colours, the same texture seats. Have you seen a Ferrari with them seats before?
No, but my grand's sofa looks like that.
Yeah, this, and you're like,
I'm listening. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not.
And this is a 70th anniversary, like a real collectible car. There's someone out there who has. There's 4 variants of this colour. There's a GTC 4 Lusso, a 488 Coupe, an F12, and a California T. And this is the missing piece to someone's puzzle if he has the other 3 variants.
He's a top salesman. Like, wow. I still don't want it, but if you're out there and you want to buy this car, what's this worth?
200. But it's done 8 miles from new. It still has cellophane on the
steering wheel. These, and I know loads of people that done their dangly bits on these. And I bet
well, these are 2 perfect examples of that.
So we've got 2 Purosangues here.
Yep.
What years are they?
They're both 74 plates. So this one cost a little bit more than that one because of the colour. This is Rosso Magma.
Yeah, lovely colour.
With painted shields.
Beautiful colour.
So this cost £465,000.
Make me laugh. What's this up for?
390.
So it's lost
and if you walk into Ferrari today, you go, "Hi, how you doing? I want to buy a Purosangue." They go, "Oh, son, no, sir. You have to buy a 296 first."
What? Really? To get a Purosangue still?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not the one. You've sold a lot of Purosangues, haven't you, over the years?
Yeah, I sold a lot. We've done really well with them. But I've never sold them over list. Let me tell you what's going to happen, though. I'll put this on camera now because Mystic Meg knows, right? They're now starting to manufacture and deliver V8 turbo versions of the Purosangue. The 4-litre turbo is going to come out at around 300.
And you think?
Right? And these will look a steal at 380. That's gonna hold the market up on these.
So you think someone would rather buy one of these versus a 300
If
grand?
I'm spending £300,000 on a car, on an SUV for my wife to take the kids to school with, right? Because that's technically what it's for, really. Or a daily. This is not a Sunday car. This is a daily car. It's an SUV.
Okay.
Right? If I've got 300 to spend on an SUV, I've got 360 to spend on a V12 6.5 litre naturally aspirated one.
And I suppose if it's already lost its mate. So like Mitzi's Carl's wife and she's got a Cully.
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously you've had the Uruses, you had the Cullys. The best 4x4 on the market right now?
I think
Value for money?
I think the best car on the road right now is a Cullinan.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a Perf here. Everyone knows I love my Perf, loved it. It's
good value for money now. What would that car have been new, Jan? Because you've had a few. That would have been what?
So you're 275 for sure, 280.
Bear in mind, they were never 275. They were 275 RRP.
Yeah.
I was making 340 of them.
Yeah, listen, when we put the urban kit on them, we were doing 330s on the S's. On the S's.
Yeah.
Because everyone, listen, they look great. I always genuinely believe you need the kits. And as much as I've got the SE, my problem is because it doesn't have the bonnet, so it's got no vents and it doesn't have the carbon bonnet, it can pass as a Gen 1 if you don't know your cars. I'll be honest, Perf, SE, Gen 1 S, I'd have the Perf.
I'd have the Perf also.
I think the Perf's the best car. So that's the standard DB9.
Yeah, but it was 5,000 miles.
Okay, let's talk about the SLR before we go to the Ford GT. So I had one of these. I had an SLR Coupe. And I remember I'd done William Gallis's SLR Roadster in chrome. I'd done El Hadj Diouf's SLR in white and blue when he played for Glasgow Rangers. These were the cars back in the day that I was rapping all day long. It still looks timeless. It still looks incredible.
And these have recently just nearly doubled in value.
Go on, make me laugh. This is what, 450?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. 4,000 miles, UK supplied.
Okay.
So there was only 25 UK supplied SLR Roadsters. There was only 500 SLR Roadsters ever made.
Really? I didn't know that.
Worldwide.
Right, upstairs, we saw the Ford GT, which was the new daddy, brand new one.
Yep.
And now we've got the old school one that is in the same colour, same spec. It looks smaller, but it's still the same car as such, isn't it?
As such, so there was 3 variants of a Ford GT. There was the Mark 1. They are worth anywhere between $5 and $8 million. Then they have the Mark 2, which is this car, which is a absolute beast, monster of a car. 5-litre, twin turbo, V8, manual. This is a proper
short
car.
box as well, isn't it?
Yeah, proper car. And you can send these back to a place called GT101, and they're very easy to tune. You could take one of these cars to 1,000 brake horsepower. Relatively easy. I wouldn't normally value a tuned car more, but I do with these if it's been done by the right people.
Right, so before we head to the top floor and see the old school classics, the value on this floor is?
4.5 million.
In all the years that you've been doing this, if we were to give some advice back to the viewers that are watching this and they were in this industry or they're trying to start to buy and sell cars, what would you tell them today?
Well, I think the most important thing in sales is, before sales, is your product that you're selling. If you buy it right, it's not hard to sell. Okay? That's number one. Number two, you have to know your product, as you know.
Yep.
Someone asks you some question about vinyl, different brands of vinyl, what's the difference? You go, oh, I'm not really sure. You know, you need to know your product. And then you just need to work harder than anybody else you know. You always go backwards when you start.
Yeah.
You always go backwards. But that's part of being successful, is going backwards.
You've got to start somewhere.
If you don't fail in something that you do, then you're going to fail bigger in the future.
Yeah.
You're better to fail small and then build on that and realize, oh yeah, remember when that happened, don't do that.
And the biggest thing, I think, your name. You need to protect your name at all costs. I think if you're trusted and you're respected, people can talk, but facts are facts. The numbers don't lie, check the scoreboard.
The only thing you can't buy is a reputation.
Right, so we're at the top floor, the classic floor. It smells petrolly, oily,
Classic.
old. Classic.
Classic.
Look at this Porsche.
Couple of little twins over here. These are 1950s. That one's actually a 1959. This one's a 1960. Porsche 356A. Porsche 356B Roadster.
Look at the stereo.
Yeah. This car was one owner from new for 55 years. It's only ever had two owners. Till 2015, it was in the same ownership.
And what's this worth?
This is worth 170,000.
What's it got? 97,000 miles. You can see it on the clock.
Genuine
no,
miles.
No digital here. No seat belts.
No seat belts.
You got seats that
one
look
wing
like
mirror.
Two sofas and.
Yeah. And what this car has, listen to this. This is the upgraded super engine from Porsche that takes it, are you ready?
Go on.
It took it from a 1.5 litre to a 1.6 litre.
Okay.
So it's kicking out 160 horsepower. Yeah.
It's fast.
That's how we do it. This has got James Dean vibes.
Okay, my followers ain't got a clue who James Dean is. But
Steve McQueen, James Dean.
Steve McQueen maybe?
Steve McQueen was the coolest person to ever live. But it's a time warp, 50s, 60s, 70s.
The frog eye to me was always, I remember on is it 928s where the lights would come up?
Yeah. I think this is the most iconic Porsche shape, isn't it? This is what started the kind of 911.
The 911, the original 911. So you got one there, you got a convertible there with the big spoiler on the back. And I always remember the rubber spoiler.
This is a 930 3.3 turbo. This car, I have the same variant in a Targa, which there was very rare, the Targa. There's only 16 to the UK. But these cars must have been an absolute rocket when they were new. Because, let me tell you, they're quick now. And this is like an 86.
Blaupunkt stereo. Blaupunkt was the brand back in the day, wasn't it?
Just before Pioneer, was it?
Yeah, it was before.
Pioneer.
Blaupunkt was the one that was in all the cars.
The Targa version is so rare. One of 16 right-hand drive UK cars.
So imagine, guys, the Targa I had, this was it back in the day.
This was the only ever turbo Targa. There was never a Porsche variant that had a turbo Targa.
I remember that steering wheel with the big Porsche emblem in the middle.
Yeah.
But even the seats still look really good, considering they're like a light cream, beigey colour.
Yeah. Classic Porsche are just, they're just bulletproof. You don't have to worry about anything. The maintenance costs are just super low. Anyone can work on them. They don't go wrong.
You're looking at the paintwork. You haven't got the big wells.
Yeah.
Obviously hasn't been down to the local car wash. The local scratch and shine.
No.
We've got a couple of Mercs here.
Yeah.
Private number plates.
This is a Mercedes 190 SL, 1955.
Again, the white with the red. Oh, and the big white steering wheel looks like a bus steering wheel.
They're worth more left-hand drive than what they are right-hand drive because it's a car that's not really for the UK. This has done 440 miles since restoration.
Okay.
It's been totally restored through a company called Dr. Classic.
Okay.
That are based in Poland, world-renowned Mercedes restorers. You just want to put this in Saint-Tropez, give it to the missus, let her cruise to the boat and cruise back.
You're doing short journeys, 2 miles here, miles there. It's not a...
You don't want to be going on the Yiannimize Grand Tour in this.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving around London in this either.
I might finish like... No, London's okay for it.
20 mile an hour, you're good.
Yeah, London's okay. Yeah. But look at the engine, it's
it's just
1955.
So clean. Look at that. Look at the big Bosch battery.
Yeah, Bosch.
This is a hardtop, isn't it? Hardtop convertible.
It's a hardtop convertible. This is a Pagoda. This is an SL280 Pagoda. Pagoda meaning the roof. The roof's a funny shape.
For my younger audience that are looking at this thinking, what is that in the windscreen? That's called a road tax. So you know online now you can just do road tax and they can tell you whether your car's got road tax or not. That is a road tax disc. Whereas back in the day, people would cover the road tax or they would doctor them. Or do you remember? Because that's the only way you'd know if the car had road tax or not. And obviously this one from June 2015, 30th of June 2015.
This is a Series 3 celebration remodel. The last 50 chassis of the E-Type, they made them different paint, different specs. And this is one of those. So this is one of the last 50 chassis. 5-litre V12 in this.
The wheels are iconic. For the E-Type Jags.
Baranis,
but obviously you got the spec and you got the spokes and then obviously the main bit that comes out the front.
The knock off.
Yeah.
So you actually get a hammer to knock them off.
Whereas now you obviously have the centre locks, but it's like the early generation of a centre lock.
Yeah, exactly. 3.8 litre V8 Series 2. They've done a Series 1, which was a V8. And then they've done the Series 2, which was a V8, but they changed the seats. And the Series 1 had a thing called a flat floor, which made it really tight inside, and then they made them bigger, but the Series 1s are worth the most. And then the Series 3, they put a V12 5-litre in them.
Do you like the old school stuff?
I like some of them. So this is a Jaguar XK150. What was great about a Jaguar XK150, go and have a look at the badge at the back.
Mate, I'm just looking at the rear view mirror.
I know, it's cool, isn't it?
The rear view mirror is tiny.
Read what the badge says at the back.
Jaguar winner Le Mans, 1951, 1953, 1955, 1956, 1957.
Jaguar raced in Le Mans with an XK150 and won it.
And it won loads of times.
Yeah.
Porsche Speedster, let's go over there. I love this car.
Porsche Speedster.
How red is the interior? My God, it's piercing red.
Look out the mileage.
7,000 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
UK supplied. Look. Now we're later, you see. Now we're in the late 80s, early 90s. We got the Pioneer.
Face off. So back in the day, these were like the new generation of stereos. They fold down, you take them out, and you take them with you so no one steals your stereo. You put these in your pocket, we put these under your seat or in your glove box because they'd never think to look, they're the thieves.
No. Kenwood was the one I had a Murcielago with a Kenwood.
I had the Alpine with the green. Oh, it's beautiful. This is a great car. This is a great. The Speedster, because that's what you know the Speedster for. It's this here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where it just looks great. It's got the two scoops on the back. We've saved the best car till last upstairs. And of course, it's a Lamborghini, but it's a Miura. Oh my God. This is OG Lamborghini. It's a Miura SV, it's the daddy. So it was tractor. This was so it was
tractor, Espada, Miura.
That's what I'm trying to say. So this is number 3.
This is regarded as the world's first supercar. Before these cars, your Ferraris, your Porsche, your Mercedes, they were sports cars.
Yeah.
This, do you know, like say Koenigsegg have just came in and they've made the first hypercar, really. Yeah. They were responsible for that, I think.
Yeah.
This was responsible for the world's first supercar.
This was to proper piss off Ferrari.
Obviously, everyone knows the story between Ferrari and Lamborghini. And this was such a great car because the cars after this weren't as good as this.
Yeah.
You know?
But it happens a lot though, doesn't it?
It happens a lot,
It does happen a lot where...
Look how close the engine is, Jan, to the back of your head.
Wow, it must get hot in there.
It gets hot.
Gets hot in here, doesn't it? That's proper solid as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not no perspex behind it. You got obviously the scoots on the back. What is this worth?
3 million.
It's a lot of car and a lot of money. What does it drive like though?
It drives better than a Countach.
Yeah?
Which wouldn't be hard. With a wheelbarrow in the garage, it drives better than a Countach. And I can say that, guys, because I owned one.
There's still some more cars downstairs, including the 964 Porsche. I know there's an SV Aventador here, which we are going to go and have a look at. But before we head down there, the value of this floor.
4.8 million.
So 4.8 here, you got 10 in the middle and around 4.5 downstairs.
Correct.
So we're nearly 20 M.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've still got more to see.
As much as it's a business and it's your car showroom, you own all of these cars. Mm-hmm. That's a car collection.
It is, and you know, come back in 3 weeks, you might see 10 cars that you've seen today. The rest will all just be different variants.
Yeah, exactly. You change around a lot, don't you? He sells a lot of stock.
Yeah,
he sells a lot of stock.
Move a lot of metal.
All right, let's go downstairs. So you saw the 3 floors of incredible new up-to-date showroom.
Yep.
And this is the OG showroom.
This is where it started. This is where it started. This is where I remember learning how to ride a bike or roller skating with 7 or 8 cars in the showroom at the time. And as a business, we progressed and progressed and expanded, and we're looking to expand again. But yeah, this is the field. This is where it started.
So this is where the magic happens, as they say. This is the bedroom. Right.
Yes.
So let's just reel off a few cars. So let's go round. What we got?
Right.
Let's start this side.
A Mercedes 230 SEC. So you know the car that was in The Hangover that Alan smashed?
No. Was that the car?
Yeah.
In the corner. What's that?
In the
Mustang?
corner, we have an original 1966 GT 500 Mustang. Original.
So Eleanor?
So Eleanor was created off that car. The Eleanor car didn't exist. It was made for the Fast and Furious film. But that is the Bullet. You know the Steve McQueen Bullet film?
Yeah.
That's the car.
And the other car in the Bad Boys movie was the Cobra.
A 387 AC Cobra, 650 horsepower, the most powerful Cobra to come out the factory.
I remember them two racing together. The Porsche done it though. The Porsche done it. What's that Aston Martin there?
Aston Martin V8 Coupe, 90s car, ugly car,
Weird looking
boat.
car. Dawn.
Rolls-Royce Dawn. This is a Ferrari 330 GT, 1960s car.
This is, look at this.
Yeah, that's a beautiful car.
What an example of that. Okay, E-Type, another one.
Another E-Type.
So what's that, 3 you got?
So I've actually got 4. The other ones, I got a lightweight E-Type, and that's I need to pick up. You've just reminded me.
You know, you've got so many cars, you don't even know where they are. Another Targa?
Yeah, 930 Targa, just a Carrera Targa, but a super sport with the spoiler.
Okay, the Spectre.
Rolls Spectre. Now this car is a steal. So
How much is this?
This car costs £450,000.
Right.
It's done 400 miles. It's 320.
Could you do the tour in this?
No, you run out of
It's electric, isn't it? Yeah, it's electric. It does look, but it is one of them.
If this car had an engine, I wouldn't even remotely question about not personally having one. I think this is an incredible car. Looks incredible, drives incredible, but the fact is it's electric. And we all know what I feel about electric cars.
Do you think Rolls-Royce messed up because it's electric?
Massively.
So they should build this again, but put an engine in it.
Put a V12 in it and just be gone.
Old school Bentley.
Old school Bentley Azure, 2006.
That's like your Will Smith days.
More money, more problems, Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy, Biggie, Miami. Oh my God. I think that was in, what's that film with DMX as well? Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds. Exit Wounds.
Steven Seagal.
Exit Wounds. I love Steven Seagal. Oh, it's such a good film. Okay, so that's that.
This is a very rare 1 of 30 Phantom Series 2 Drophead Aviator Edition. One owner from new with 1,500 miles.
It's a big car,
It's a
isn't it?
lump, it's a boat.
You realise how big cars have become. If you look at these cars there, and this is a massive car. If you look at the size of the bonnet, it's a huge car.
Ghost Series 2.
And then in the corner, well, I think we'll have a look at this. It's an Aston Martin.
Aston Martin Vanquish Shooting Brake Zagato, 1 of 99 in the world.
What's that worth?
So they were 700,000 new, and they're about 400,000 now.
Good car?
Cool car.
But good and cool are 2 different things.
I'm not a massive fan. I think it looks cool. And I think they will have their day. I think that car will look back on this video in 5 or 10 years' time, and that car will be like, wow, remember they were the 400 grand.
Now they're $1 million.
Yeah.
You reckon?
I think so.
So how much is in this garage?
We're sitting on about 24 million.
Right, we're going to end it in this incredible office. You've been an incredible host. It's been, the fact that I haven't been here and I've known you a zillion years, I'm glad I've finally come. I'm definitely coming to your next lunch thing that you do here because the barbecue, because it is insane. But Carl,
thank you,
man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is Carl Hartley. We're at Tom Hartley Cars, and it's been emotional.
It's been emotional.